Hey, so I don't really have too much to say, I guess. A lot kind of happened, but at the same time, a lot kind of didn't. First of all, with Survivor, um, I really kind of wanted the Bronze to throw the challenge. I think it would have been cool to see them finally scramble and do something, and even though they wanted to backdoor, what was his name? Cliff. Sorry, even though they wanted to vote him off. You never know if that was actually going to happen because, they said they were going to throw the challenge, but Wu didn't really look like he was throwing it. So you might have turned on Sarah and Tony. Sorry, I'm really bad with names and I'm really tired, but it would have been interesting to see what happened. For my picks, I'm really happy that Jatia was voted out finally because I picked her to be voted out this week. I was freaking out when I was watching it because between her and Spencer, not just my picks, but for the sake of the Brain Tribe, I really wanted them to get rid of Jatia because Spencer did try his hardest. And even though it might hurt them in the end that they kept him over Jatia, I really felt bad for the guy and I didn't want him to go home. And Tasha had a point when she said if there's a tribe change soon, then keeping Spencer might hurt them all, which obviously next week there is a shuffle going on, so we'll see what happens with all of them. I think it'll be interesting. I can't wait to see what they're going to do, if one tribe is going to dissolve or if they're going to just mix all three of them up, and I can't wait. It'll be exciting, I think. For Big Brother, so, sorry, Nick was voted out. Andrew and HOH put up Paul and Netta. Not too surprised, kind of happy. I'm kind of upset how Big Brother isn't really showing a lot of things leading up to discussions and stuff happening, like the first five alliance. I don't know why they waited for this week to show us. Like, they should have shown us the first or second night that it was on, because then all of them are in the room saying, the first five alliance, we got this, and I know nothing about it, and I don't watch the live feed, so I don't understand what's going on a lot of the time when they bring up this information. So I'm kind of upset about that kind of stuff happening, but at the same time, I know there is a lot of footage to film and to air, so you do have to cut some stuff out, and since a lot of it's live, you don't know what's going to make it and if the first five alliance was actually going to go through. But it is a cool alliance, and it's something that you always think about happening since they do go in little groups at a time. Why not? Why shouldn't the first five or four, whoever it is, make an alliance right at the beginning? It could backfire huge, but if it makes it, then I think that'll be amazing if that happens. I'm really glad that Netta was taken off the block. I felt bad for her. Like, she didn't do anything. She was just a pawn. She was kind of taking the whole pawns always go home a little too serious, because they don't. Yeah, they do a lot, but it's not like pawns always go home anymore. It's usually the target that goes home. I understand how they picked Kyle as a bigger threat over Paul. Paul is annoying. The stuff that he's said and done is too far. For him to think he's going to be the bad guy and people want to take him to the final two because he's the bad guy, you don't think that way on week 2. You're thinking way too far ahead, and you have to get yourself to the end to even be considered someone taking you to the final two. You can't say that on week 2. Like, I think it's a stupid move. I want him out soon because I find him really annoying now. But, we'll see, I guess. And I started kind of warming up to Kyle. He seemed like a big douchebag early on, but him wanting to pray with Adele and talk to people a little more, and his exit speech when he left, that was amazing. And obviously don't know if he planned that all along so that hopefully he could get picked for a future season, like an all-star season or whatever, but I thought it was a really nice thing of him to say out of all people. And lastly, I'm extremely happy that Allison was picked to go into the house. the drag queen, like, I would have bet money that he was going to be put back into the house just because how Gary was seen throughout Canada. I thought they would have done the same thing and put him in the house and just Scott, I think. Obviously, I'm really glad they didn't because I don't know. I think it would just get annoying after a while. Um, Allison seems like a diehard player and she wanted it so bad, and for someone to make it so many years in life watching the show and wanted to be on it and then being put in the secret room and maybe not even getting on it ever, I think would have been heartbreaking for her. So I'm really glad that they did pick her. And the other guy, I don't even remember his name. He was kind of boring. He was saying he was just going to sit in the background and let the other two duke it out and he would just prevail and make it because the other two were duking it out. I don't know where he got that logic from, but obviously that didn't work. And Allison entering the house saying, like, well, you guys have already been here. I thought that was a really good idea. Hopefully it'll work out for her. It'll be interesting to see how she has to pretend that she doesn't know any other names or anything about them. But yeah, I'm really excited to see how things shake up with her, if the house is going to be divided as it is still, or what's going to happen. Um, but yeah, I've been enjoying it still. So I just wanted to leave with that. I'm still really happy with my picks there. I have Kenny winning the whole thing with Rochelle in second place and Andrew in third. I think that's still a good top three, even though, well, Andrew might be going home soonish. He is a big threat. But, things change really fast, so we'll see how things go. And, yeah, let me know what you think. Was Allison the right choice? What is she going to do? Who's she going to be aligned with? And, who is she going to click with? I want to see what you guys think. So, yeah, thanks again, and see ya.